Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We're continuing our Undead Monkey campaign today as we strife our way through and wage war against the world. If you're watching this on the day that this comes out on YouTube and you haven't had a chance to play Age of Wonders yet, also, it's a free weekend. So now is a great time to try out this game. Pick it up, give it a shot, see if you like it. And then you can come join me in whatever the name of this universe is. You'd think I would know after all this time. When we last left off, we were forming a new army down at Rockguard. And we had our two main armies up here. We were trying to conquer Peacefold. That's right. We left an army to conquer Peacefold, and we're sending two armies back to Mentor's Pond in order to break the siege, beat up these guys. And the goal is to take this city, absorb this city, and then peace out of this war so that we can finally march west and fight Lighthaven and finish the intrigue event. That is today's goal. We ended on an end turn. Let's begin on an end turn. We've been ranting and raving this morning about the prices of DLC and what's the most expensive game that we own in our library. So far, the highest contenders are between Paradox and Creative Assembly. I clearly need to increase my German audience of train simulator enjoyers, but we'll get there one day. If I'm remembering correctly as well, I was planning to build a road from this corner so that we could make our way down easier, faster. Harder, faster, stronger, better. Maybe actually a road across here to this lumber mill. Just so we got that good access. We are no longer at war with Megara. Temporarily. I don't think it's going to last for very long. And while we lost Teacher Guard, we haven't been overly threatened by the West. Look how badass this monkey looks. You send out brave warriors to fight wars, but will their numbers suffice? Your council has a suggestion. The millstone of war continues to grind. We need more silver tongue fruit. I could claim that. I could block production and get a bunch of draft, or I could just accept this quest. I might as well just accept this quest. That's all that we need now is more silver tongue fruit. We already have 3. What not? Cannot build roads through unallied domains, so I want you to just move here. And then you can move here. Why does this guy have such little movement speed? 19 out of 32. I got hit with a spell. Burden of Guilt. Cast by Virix the Righteousness. I'm also seeing that this guy has a huge army up here. I am in trouble. Because my army is now split because I didn't notice that that was cast. My peace treaty has also expired. Some good news. We do get to take Peacefold back. I am debating whether or not I leave an army here. All right, we got a monolith on this side. I don't have a ton of cash on me. $20 draft, 7 draft, 7 mana. Why don't I replace this conduit? I'll get another +2 mana, +7 draft. +1 starting rank if I decide to start recruiting there. I don't really want to recruit there, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a secondary location just in case we do need it. We also have room for another hero. Level 7s, level 6s. I think I've just been waiting for someone to show up here who is not an industrious governor. This is part of the problem. Chacal, thank you so much.
We are in my shirt, waiting for my agency approved by next month, AgentNumberOne.
It's in the mail. You'll have it in no time. Whoa, tier 1 units coming in at legend here. Also losing a lot of money all of a sudden. Something to think about. Oh, this guy is a mage. And he's a demonkey. And he's level 7. And he's dead. Can I animate him? I sure could. Done. Super done. Easy choice. I like that he's got this little flower wreath. He looks a little bit too much like my main character. He's giving main character energy right now. So I'm going to give him some robes and a different cape. Otherwise, he's just flexing too hard. Ah, you know what? Let's give him the skull cape. That feels appropriate. Feels very appropriate. You can disconnect your province with magic materials from your domain and then join it again to complete this type of quest. Oh, that's so sneaky. How would you even do that? Just removing the whole... We're still getting this graphic glitch. I'm noticing. How do you actually just remove a province? Or do you just mean, do you like switch it to a different city? I was watching the VOD for the first few hours of this game. Lots of misinformation saying Canada has the best maple syrup for... Mac, get out of here. Outpost giving you 1 every 3 turns movement refresh. Fast movement on your tier 1 dudes. Makes really good at building road-based logistics. Outposts give you a movement speed refresh. I did not know that. I know that the new... There is the new trait where you start with bonus move speed. But I haven't dug into everything too much. For barbarians, they do. Okay, yeah. Yeah, with barbarians as well, your scouts can build the outposts, which is incredibly nice. We're going to reset this guy's skills 100%. Ain't no doubt about it. Oh, you have to raise the whole province. Okay, yeah. Soul Drain and Frost Strike. Slowed or frozen versus fire damage against units that are burning. I'm going to give you Initiative Chaos. Because I'm also going to make you a Fire Evoker. A cascading Fire Evoker, in fact. With a 90% chance to do burn. If I'm giving you that, I'm going to have to give you Searing Strikes. Do I just go pure pyro on this guy? I think I do. Inflict guaranteed burning for 3 turns to targets with at least 1 stack of burning. Yes. Slain units explode, inflicting fire damage and guaranteeing burn. Yes. Now I kind of want to make you look more like a pyromancer. I have an enchanted amplifier for 20% magic damage on him. That's a pretty good hat. Inspiring Killer, Universal Camouflage, and Army Trainer. These are all good choice. He wants to win battles against free cities. And he actually is a recruit hero as well. He's got Radiant Construct Slayer. That's not bad. You know what? I got to make one last decision here, which is actually we're going to get rid of the Flower Crown and give him the Burning Hat. Oh, no. We're going to give him that. His teeth are sticking out from the mask for some reason. So it makes it look extra weird and spooky. What an angel. Nice. I can also move completely from city to city now. So I think I'll probably just pick up 2 Sworn Guard here. We're going to put Flame Burst weapons for crit chance and explosive attacks on all of our dudes. According to Google, Mac is right. Vermont is the leading producer of maple syrup, and Ackerman Maple Farms does the state proud with its pure maple syrup. When asking what's the best maple syrup, listen, are you telling me you're listening to the Google AI? Because that will also tell you to eat glue, among many other things. I wouldn't trust in it too heavily. I am for sure going to get dunked up here. Oh, I'm going to get dunked real hard. Oh, no way. From the... Super cool. You can actually take things like Fatal Strikes and put it on any weapon now. Does this mean you can also take Crowmaster? This means you could put Crowmaster on everybody's weapon. So if you wanted so many more crows, you could. You could always have crows. This is valuable crow-based knowledge. Vindicated. We're not supposed to coat a rock and glue and eat it. I don't think so. I don't think it's good for you. I mean, the science might not all be there yet, though. How bad do you think my army is about to get destroyed right now? I am nervous. See last, doing some fights. Doing some fights, doing some fights. 4 fights. Here we go. Not too bad. He took Mentor's Pond, but I don't know that he'll keep it. Edible glue, edible rocks. Checkmate. Hard to argue with that. Nice. We just learned how to make Devastator Spheres. Focus of Devastation is very nice. I don't think I want Bone Dragons. Or at least not now. Let's grab Focus of Devastation. I am going to grab another Legendary Sworn Guard here. And then everybody can join in. The whole gang's here. Not a single loss. That's what you like to see. Take back our city. I'm just going to make money for the turn, because those guys are struggling. Peaceful's got 3 turns, so I'd like some backup at Peaceful if we can. Obviously, these guys all got to stay put for a round. Well, I guess we don't have to cast Blizzard anymore. We captured Katani the Ranger and Zahoko Pledgeling. Oh, this guy's a Demonkey. He's a mage Demonkey, in fact. We'll consider him. This dude's just a ranger. Not that interesting for gear. Albino wargs. A fine look. Okay, there's still no sign of immediate dangers from the west. This army, I believe, is attacking me. Somewhere along the lines, I picked up a living fog here. So I'm going to move him up into Peacefold. I'd actually forgotten all about that living fog. We used to make edible dirt for dessert at a restaurant you worked at, so eating rocks isn't that far of a stretch. I mean, what are pop rocks if not rocks, I guess? It's all kind of the same thing. Deep down. Ooh, I am going to get some nice bounty money. Unless, and this is quite possible this could happen, Megara might declare war on me before this capture happens. Which, if so, I would lose this bounty. Zatabika is starting to also bring over armies. I'd like to take this army, this outpost, build it into a city, and then vassalize it. Just so I have a bit of security. I'd also like to do the same for Red Hilt. 150 on Paragon. Every vassal gives us minus 20, so I can afford a vassal right now, if I so choose. Big army up here, though. Here come those filthy Seagull Gradians. I got 2 turns on Peacefold. And I got a unicorn down here that absolutely could do with a trashing. Can you do that without getting anybody killed? Fantastic. Resistant Greaves, 2 defense, 2 status resistance. This guy's been really slow in combat with those boots. I have noticed in this patch we are getting a lot more footwear, which I'm very pleased about. Those guys desperately need to heal. This place desperately needs to get boosted. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just heal a turn. I think what I'll do is I'll move this guy over to engage and just leave him on the other side of the mountain. But I'll wait a turn to do that. I guess a blacksmith. We got to level up on our ruler. He's already got killing momentum. Now we'll give him +1 retaliation attack, which is going to do a chunky amount of damage. We've unlocked another shadow part here. Your units gain universal camouflage inside your domain. This is a very, very good skill. The computer does not know how to handle it. Defensive Pact broken. over here on this side between these two. That's very good for us. Now we just got to make sure we survive from Red Hilt. Are we ourselves not rocks when we turn to dust? We are all tiny rocks in a sense. I mean, I don't think you're wrong. It's a bit of a stretch, but I do think you are correct. I think it still qualifies. You know, technically correct. The best kind of correct. Boy, interns really are getting some weird leg hiccups. I guess it's not a bad thing if this guy ends up taking over a bunch of stuff over here, because I'm pretty sure once we bring the torchbearers back, we'll be safe. All right, that is going to drag all of them in now. I could attack him there, and it would be low risk. Would keep a few of them out. I know, a Dusking Cyclone is not a great spell, but if we research one more thing, there are a lot of better options for me right now. Plus $10, plus $10 for each non-owned city that shares a border. I mean, plus $10 is always useful. But I think let's grab favorable winds. One, there is a water divide on the map. But I think the more important two is just in case. It always helps to have extra room. I don't know why this goat ear has no gear on them. It's a bit silly. Soul is a rock, in a sense. You advocate for cannibalism? You advocate for pizza? I, for one, advocate for avocados. I'm still in just chatting? I don't think that's right. Perhaps I am. Thank you, OBS, for telling me I updated that when it was not updated. Appreciate it, Orangequake. OBS is a very funny thing where when you update the game category, it often switches and doesn't actually show you what it is. And normally I remember to do it twice because of that, but, well, we can't win every day, can we? Rainbow clover. Ooh. I would like some rainbow clover. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is closer to zoo. All right, let's grab that. Ooh, and I'm going to turn him on Auto Explorer, even though it's definitely not going to go the way we want it to. Feels like a 0% chance it goes the way we want it to. One of my goals has been to creep over here and touch borders. So I reckon it might not be the worst idea to do that. What do we actually need here? I need quarries. I don't have literally a single quarry in this town yet. Quarry. I could also just take this. I could take this location and then I can walk onto his city and attack his city from my from anywhere. But I tell you what, I'm going to end up vassalizing that state anyway. So if it has a bit of extra land, I'm not too worried about it. Let's just build a quarry. That army is coming in hot and heavy. HOTTOGO. Didn't press next turn on OBS, so it didn't process that, right? Chris Lauren, hello, good morning. Noroth, hello as well. Keep your pizza. You had lamb roast with baked veg. Wow, fancy dude. Dang millennials, your avocado on toast. What's wrong with you young people? I'm more of a peanut butter on toast man myself, but I hear what you're saying. I understand the frustration. Millennials are old now. It's Zoomers that we all hate. I thought it was Gen Alpha. I'm getting lost in it all at this point. All right, let's fight this dweeb. Oh, that's really bad. It's a really bad auto resolve. Three unicorns. That is a lot of unicorns. These guys are all charge based. They've also all got phase. So like I could move here and then bulldoze. I guess I could move there and then bulldoze directly in front of them, but I don't know that that's a good idea. If I don't get the flank, what's the point in bulldozing? I guess I can't really get the angle here from anywhere. That would be the spot. This guy is also a charge. Oh, and it was where that living shadow was. Okay, so I really can't get the shot anywhere here. So I'm just going to go here and cast Infernal Might. And I dislike this. Immune to Berserk. Are you immune to insanity? Yes. I've truly brought in the wrong units today. When did the young people vote right wing? It's the US. It's basically an alien ecology. Where we get all the generational names? I think eventually just some psychologist comes up with it. At least that's my understanding. Can't believe I'm putting a Vow Keeper in the front here to protect those Zephyr Archers who are probably going to get unicorn flanked anyway. Oh, barf. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that anyway. I might have to sacrifice that Living Fog. Sure. We'll see what the computer tries to figure out. Ooh. ×3 strengthen. Oh, because there's 2 guys in here. They get 2 rounds of spell casting. Oh my god. Oh, that's not fun. Millennial is also Gen Y. Yeah, that's correct. For the most part, it goes in order, and then Gen Alpha is because we hit Z. But it also makes you wonder, is the greatest generation Generation W? Or like, are boomers Generation W? It definitely starts to get confusing if you look at it for too long. I say. You can do that and then blow him up. This gargoyle is in the weirdest location in terms of what I'm allowed to hit him with. This guy also has triple Sunder defense on him. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna get rid of that. I think for safety's sake. Let's just blast him with seal bolts. Seeing as we got a pretty good shot. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go for the kill on him, which would allow me to move forward and try casting Insanity on you with no such luck. You're going to get hurt real bad if I move you. Y'all are going to get hurt real bad if I move you. Yeah, I think this Living Fog sacrifice. I don't love it, but I don't think there's a likely way out of it. Unless they go for him, which I would actually rather they do. So there's a great Zephyr Strike I could take here. I could also drop a really good Rending Shadows right in the center. Let's do that first. Couple blinds. Definitely not as many as I was hoping for. Flank him. Insanity. That's very nice. How much damage do you do if you come up on him? Quite a fair bit. $43.73. I'm gonna go with that 73. And then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna hit this unicorn in the back. Then I'm going to drop a Zephyr Strike. Kill that unicorn. Oh, he's out of range of my heal. We'll get rid of his triple strengthen at least. Immune to Berserk. That guy's taunted. That guy's insane. So I suppose the Fire Giant is really the threat here. Oh, that's so annoying. He was completely spun to the left, so I thought that was a flank. I wasn't even thinking. Are the new features and ways of war impactful? Is it worth the purchase? Yes, is generally what I would say here. Ow. That guy just got obliterated. I think that the updates in the Tiger update are more important than the updates in the DLC. The DLC is adding more stuff, but I'm also realizing an ad is currently playing, so maybe I should just wait and repeat this. Seeing that generational naming, basically very Anglo-centric, yes. Generally the internet in a nutshell. Most things Anglo-centric, especially in English-speaking anything, yeah. All impactful features part of the free update. If you want to play as monkeys or Onis, it's worth it. The new culture has interesting mechanics. Generally, yes, right. Maybe time to hop back in Age of Wonders. Didn't hear you for 3 ad blocks. This is always the case, right? Just living in a perpetual state of ads on Twitch. Such is the misery we have. Boy, y'all are really suffering to get this kill. All right. You've got him. Take you up against him. Maybe grab a spicy heal and a counter stance. All right. That ad break is actually over now. Yeah, so my answer is basically what Jareth said, which is just that the free update is where all of the best parts of this DLC is. All the hero rework. Even things like the new biome, they just patched. Originally, it was part of the DLC, but they've patched it in so that now that the jungle can be available to anybody. So there's lots of good, tasty reasons to play. It's also free right now. If you don't own it, you can play it for free, which is really nice. You're not gonna give that to me, are you? Not a shot, the game says. I don't suppose Ignite or Immolate is really going to do a lot of damage to a Fire Giant. But Devout Radiance will. Yeah, so there are some really unique, cool things in this DLC. The Onis, the monkeys, the new Oathsworn culture is really fun. It introduces some very unique ways of playing, especially if you want to play as a more peaceful or PvE-oriented build, where you're looking at fighting infestations and roaming armies on the map, doing bounties. But nothing is overly make or break. Like, I wouldn't really say that you need to have the DLC. But, you know, it is nice. I might as well heal here. A Mucus Noble, chestplate of vitality, and a greatsword. Yeah, you can just stay in the crypt. These guys are all going to stay put, stay put, stay put. All I have to do is survive this round without losing Peacefold. You've got to be absolutely curse word kidding me. What confuses me the most here is how I ran out of movement and couldn't get back into the city. These guys are a colossal pain in my butt right now. I'm not going to survive this fight, so there's no reason not to just run full speed. He says getting hit with rock after rock so that he can't move. Are you joking me? Are you joking me here? Can I piece out of that? I don't have the money for it anyway. All right, well, we live with our consequences, as annoying as they are. Ah, damn. So frustrating. I hate being at war with everybody at the same time because all they do is spend all their time coming directly towards you. Rule Britannia, old chap. Would you like a cup of tea while the ads run? Free on PC only. I don't know. It might be free on everything. I'm not really sure how that works. It is free on PC though. Does make it hard, right? It do make it hard. I do love a challenge. 7, 6, 8, 5. Higher Templars. God. What an unbelievable piece of trash. We might as well get the Wizard's Apex. Oh, I lost my governor as well. $336. So I could get out of war with them. Though I am inclined to burn down their outpost. We've also unlocked additional siege project slots and cheaper sieges. Cheaper sieges. I'm going to start by picking up universal camouflage. As well as longer vision. Our mages get focus of devastation. That guy's in the astral void. Okay. Trade proposal. You become a vassal. Decline. So rude. Whispering stones are returned. Can I put whispering stones in other people's cities? We should unlock that for a couple reasons. Oh, I think I can only do it to vassals I'm not at war with. Which currently has not that many options. I think I should probably actually make an alliance with her. I haven't overly wanted to, but her city is pretty much as far away as it possibly could be on the map, so I think it might be a decent option. Ubisoft free weekend cleanse for all platforms. Don't know if Paradox does the same. I'm honestly not sure. Let me see if it says anything on their store page. Or on their news page. Free weekend. Play for free right now. Just as you can play for free. It doesn't say whether or not it is only on PC. So I'm going to go ahead and check their Discord and see if that makes any difference. Free to play on Steam this weekend. So probably not on Xbox and PC. Civ 6 on launch. The AI will bum rush you to build cities near you constantly. Oh, what a classic maneuver. When this game first launched, your allies' AI used to do it constantly. Which was one of the most frustrating things. Broken defensive pact. You're ready to give us more alliances. I think some alliances are going to be important for us, to say the least. Andrew Esqueto, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome on in. And for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Come on in. Come on in. Total War Warhammer had mad anti-player bias. Yeah, it still does, actually. They haven't really fixed that too much, so. Feeling it's only Steam. Usually free weekends are more of a Steam thing. Yeah, probably a lot easier to maintain. Allies just want to cuddle, and I'll have no part of it. All right, look, I'm gonna do this. I got better fish to fry. I'm not happy about it. I want to make that clear. How come everybody insists on building a different road? Broken defensive packs. You're in the void. You I haven't ran into yet, so I'm not going to worry too much. War has ended. War has ended. War has ended. I've somehow become good, which can't be correct. And so we lost, what, that entire army? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Start rebuilding. I could potentially use this as an opportunity to grab some things like this silver tongue fruit as well. Obviously, I failed this bounty for peaceful. The people are just launching rocks at me from outer space. For once, I think I'm gonna need spelljammers. I so rarely build them, but the computer seems to be very, very heavy at slinging spells at me. Yeah, it casts Earth Shatter on me. That's fine. I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna take this outpost. I'm gonna destroy Throne, High Throne. That's got a teleporter. I really just want to swoop down through here, but... CIA majorly cut down on anti-player bias in Total War since launch. I still think it's meant to be pretty bad, though. Draco Lich, Charon, Hoarder of Bones, who loves appearing in all of my games. You who gazes into the shadow without fear have caught the attention of those beyond oblivion. Allow me to join you on your path to become eternal. Yes. Absolutely, I will take a free dragon hero who raises a skeleton for free every turn. He wants to have a city of 16 population with positive stability. Ascended Governor. Such a good thing to be able to get. All right, we got to keep him alive. Or dead. Finally, the Tome of Calamity. One of the new tomes bringing calamity to the realm, burning our enemies in cold ghost fire. We get the Accursed Shrine, which starts altering terrain into desolate. We can draft Accursed Ogres, Accursed Blades, and Accursed Tricksters. So I'm finally going to have all of the units that I really want. We get Calamity Dragons. We get all sorts of good Calamity. Everything. Everything in this tome is the crux of our build.
Calamity. The desolation in its name. Gaze upon the accursed mark. The scarring of the frozen flame. That glacial inferno. Frost
What do I even put on him?
Bound and twinned. O bringer of glorious devastation, behold its shrines of desecration, of ashen petals in the wind.
I'm going to start with the Cursed Projectiles. Because there's a lot to be had. You guys are coming over. You guys are coming over. You guys are coming over. You're going to join Charon. Let's do that. Get a bunch of knowledge, a bunch of souls, a bunch of everything else. But more importantly is I don't have to spend 50 bucks rebuilding that spot. Bozing Pledgeling. This is my new mage. Unholy Spirit, Unholy Leader, and Spirit Breaker, or he could take Chaos Empowerment for critical hits and Debilitating Aura. Do you get much in the way of critical hits as a mage? I don't think you do. Deals damage to the unit, ignoring defenses. 24 lightning damage. Magic attacks gain a 30% critical hit chance and 20% accuracy. Chance of inflicting blind. I'm gonna go Shadow Dedication so that he can take Unholy Leader. But I think for starters, we'll take Devouring Spell, then we'll take Arcane Strength. Because I think they're going to be slightly more important for us. You've got... You've got some pretty good items, actually. I'm going to sell your corpse. Because I have new people who need things. You've got Berserkers, the Astral Membrane, True Sight Siege Master, Ring of Deflection, Breastplate, and a Hardy Mask. Which I think I'll keep on you. Raise Undead and Army Trainer. I could give you Raise Undead. That feels right. Let's give Charon the Blade and Mentorship. And for now, the Band of the Killer. He has a War Claw, which is a charge attack. I would like to see what we can give him in terms of fancy claws. He's a big dragon. I could go with the taunt. I wonder about something like that. Retaliator, taunt, and lifesteal. I actually need to look at his tree. Which is currently not really set up at all. Get the Soviet Iron Curtains up to stop these rock spells. Mostly play Warhammer 3 with SFO, which takes it out entirely. Yes, okay, yeah. Oh, let's talk about it. Makes me a bit torn whether to try the Bretonia or go to the Mountain Blade Bannerlord mod. The Warhammer mod for Mountain Blade just got a huge update. That brought in Wood Elves and I think High Elves as well. It's looking really, really good. Very fun. Doing the Bannerlord nod now. Second, I've been playing it for like a week at this point. I'd love to hear it. Very pleased with that. Breath attack increases in size, does frost damage, and inflicts weakened. Line, comet, or cone. I don't feel like a line is a good choice. I'm going to reset these skills. I'm happy to make you a big shadow dragon. I think I want the cone. Let's do a quickened cone. We'll give him Gorge. I think I'll skip Tail Swipe and Roar. So, he does have charge. That is what his dragon thing gives him. So instead of going for like a multi-attack Berserker, we'll go Knight. Sprint rules. I want that extra. Charge attack inflicts guaranteed 2 times weakened. Does he do bonus damage against weakened? I'm gonna need him to have more HP. That's all of my points right now. So, all right, we'll just take that. Earth Shattered. We got a bounty to capture that world tree. A bounty that I can make. Invading, of course. Hopefully this archer doesn't get picked off here now by some army coming out of the underground, but Bretonia is fun. You prefer Empire with gunpowder? It's not High Elves, it's Aeonir, which is city wood elves with major high elf influence. Okay. I guess I saw somebody make a Swordmaster of Hoeth, which is why I thought it was High Elves. The Wood Elves in the northwest of the Empire. Okay. So they're kind of like a mix between High Elves and Wood Elves. God, Warhammer. Get your lore straightened out. Never, they say. We will do no such thing. Can't believe I have to capture Lighthaven to win this quest. Here come the fight between these dweebs, which is what I was hoping was going to happen and keep all of them busy. I don't know if Megara is going to be a good option for this, because I think she's going up against a lot of fire resistance, but... yeah, you know, at the same time, it's just frankly not my problem. Oh, one of my Vow Keepers survived. That's quite nice. I'm going to build that Smith's Guild. Because now if I recruit Vow Keepers and Seal Bearers, they're legendary. And even my Shades come into champions. So a Shade, a Vow Keeper, and I guess it's going to probably be one more Warbound in there. You're building, you're building, you're building, so I don't need to worry about reinforcements right now. Okay, so I have this quest. I have a bunch of stuff down here I could clear. Including Mother Ash. 1,800 points? You have a Seal Bearer. That's what I was meant to use that Living Fog for, was replacing his Seal Bearer. Archer, Vow Keeper, Seal Bearer, or Archer, Vow Keeper, Shade, I guess. No, you know what? That could still work. We'll add him in there, and we'll actually swap you out. I forgot, while I'm in my domain, I have universal camouflage now. So the computer is going to have a hard time actually picking me off. I might as well cast Favorable Winds. Teacher Guard is sent to War Party. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a moment to clear this stuff out. Reinforce my economy. Grab that, push west, and then into Teacher Guard. I'll probably sneak up and take this outpost. Just because I could. Don't forget to hydrate. Thank you. He says with barely any water in this glass. $30. All right, I'm difficult to get out of any more wars unless I do some more Paragon stuff. That's okay. I feel confident that we could just blow stuff up. I think as long as this back line is not being threatened, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to consolidate and push west. And if I get Sundrin on my side, so many other things should change for me. I would love to know who this random army is and why they're occupying this Blossom Orchard all of a sudden. Don't like that at all. So you're going to go in here. This is a 2,000 point army. Can I handle Mother Ash? Apparently extremely easily. Did they lower the difficulty of these fights? This is only 1,000 points. Whenever an attacking unit starts to turn in floral, they gain fortune, strengthened, and regeneration. Boon of nature. Defending Horn God is leeching power from the surrounding nature. Each turn, all floral obstacles within 2 hexes are consumed, healing him and granting strengthened. Not really an issue, though. Now the Mother Ash can heal once more. She looks upon the fallen enemies who stood with her. Obsession corrupts the purest of souls. Be careful that your quest for power does not corrupt the things you once cherished. We're indebted to you. What would you like? 1 population in Rock Guard. A Horned God and an Entwined Protector. Not really the right fit for us. The Flanker's Signet of True Sight. That's not very good. I guess we're getting 1 population in Rock Guard, which I will then use to immediately take Mother Ash, giving me 15 food, 15 production, 2 mana, 2 research, 5 Imperium, plus 2 knowledge and Forester, 2 knowledge and mana per Forester, of which the city has a crazy amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Foresters. That'll actually be 10. So it's 20 mana and 20 knowledge. 18 and 18, I guess. And you can grow again. So I'm going to come down here for that silver fruit. I am probably going to want some help with that. We also got accursed projectiles unlocked. War breeds give us tier 4. Here's the thing. We're also about to get accursed shrines. Tier 3, tier 2. You're tier 4 battle mage. Yeah, Warbreed's not a terrible choice. You just take a lot of turns to research. Just downloaded Age of Wonders for the free weekend. Do you know if the DLCs are included? I don't think the DLCs. I think it's just the base game. I suspect. Any tips for a first-time player? Go in on a low difficulty. Learn the ropes. There's a lot early on. I think the first couple of campaigns are quite good. They'll teach you the ropes. The campaigns won't go too far, so you'll be able to... You won't get overwhelmed before the campaign finishes, and you move on with an opportunity to restart a new campaign with the knowledge of what's happened. Build lots of farms and build outposts early. I would actually say that that is my #1 piece of advice to a new player, is try to get an outpost built by the 5th or 6th turn. And don't hesitate to build them everywhere. They cost a little bit of gold, but it's very manageable, and the things that they get you in return tend to outweigh the downsides. I would say that's my general advice. Let's see, if I go here, I'm probably also still hidden. You've got an Apex Tower. I would like an Accursed Shrine. Adjacent ruined province gets 3 draft food, gold, knowledge, mana, production. That's crazy good. If I put you here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put you here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really want to get rid of my farms. I also don't really want to get rid of any of my quarries, but considering the options, I think that's going to be my best bet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I could put it right here. We picked up some Astral Dew and a couple of levels. Kapu the Victorious. You are my knight. I don't know that I want him to have grace. I think maybe let's just go with fighting for right now. We should also be able to start casting Accursed Projectiles. Turn that off. Banera is to denounce. You like me more and more as time goes on. I'm so confused by it, but I appreciate it. Pretty sure it's just the base game for free. Yeah, I can't imagine it would be all the DLC. Outposts built by your hero? Yes, unless you play barbarians, where then your scouts can also build them. Played Age of Wonders 3 some years ago. The only thing I feel is still the same as the combat. Don't know what the tomes are about, even though I've seen you play Age of Wonders a lot. Pick a theme and work with it. Just try to decide what you want to be down the road. If you're really looking to think about it a lot and prepare for things, then you can do something like go to the database, the Age of Wonders database, which you can get through !build, and just look at the major race transformations. Generally, that's the one thing I would say, I guess, with your roleplay builds is you can only have one major race transformation. So if you build your build around that, knowing that you're going to have this transformation, the rest of the build will sort of take shape. If you have an idea of what kind of, you know, if you want to be monkeys or foxes or whatever, you know, it doesn't matter what species you are because you can change everything. But knowing what your major race transformation is can be helpful. Sealass finally coming out of his box towards me with the army of Teacher Guard. All right, we suddenly now are being threatened. Big time. Big time, big time. He just teleported a ton of units over here. We are going to get the heck out of this fight while we wait for our backup, who shouldn't take very long. Hopefully. Those dudes seem to be scuffing it out pretty well. Magnaford greets us with flashing eyes. Not really too worried about them. You guys in here, you guys in here, you guys in here. You can come down here. Then we can fight this Calamity Dragon. Pick up a Phase Cloak. Ooh. I'm going to give that to you. I think it's probably the right person for that. Combat is pretty different from Age of Wonders 3. New patch made heroes more like 3, I think, with classes, but you haven't played it much. Just going monocolor for the first round can help. There's some more synergy, no matter what. Yeah. I mean, if you really want the easy mode, I think as well, nature is very beginner friendly. It can be very complex, depending on what your build is, but generally I find that nature is quite good for beginners. Upon learning that you've added Silvertongue fruit to your stores, your council congratulates you. The substance is so potent, your mages and alchemists can extract a secondary application from it. Morale boosts. Mariana the Poacher gains enough experience to rank up twice. Who is this? An elf? Why would I want this character who I don't own, who I don't have hired, to be leveled up? An exemplar or 500 mana. Exemplars are pretty good. I guess I'll take that. I guess. One exemplar. Bit of a strange choice, but it's what we're going to go with. And then everybody else can start marching. Back home. This dragon is going to march down there, I think. You're going to march into there where it's safe. I ain't sure what to do with you yet. Probably replacing some of these Sworn Guard with that Exemplar would be a smart choice. Yeah. You come in at level 0. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, I don't want that. Rockguard has leveled up. I need to build an Accursed Shrine down here. If I build an Accursed Shrine, am I going to lose all these foresters? I really hope not. Mentor's Pond picks up another level. I was talking about a second quarry here. We might as well just take that. 4 Silvertongue fruit. Accursed projectiles are ready. They now do Ghost Fire. Sorry for the maybe obvious question. Not at all. Did you start with the dragon as your ruler, or was I able to recruit it? I was able to recruit it through an event. So the dragon is actually one of my previous pantheons. And generally once during a campaign, you get an option to recruit a pantheon hero. You can also now, there is a new recruit from pantheon option. So all your previous campaigns that you've beat, if you set them up so that they're allowed to be recruited, you can come back and you can add them to your campaign, but they cost crazy amounts of Imperium and the number goes up as time goes on. It starts at 200, but it allows you to do some pretty good buddy cop comedies. Trade proposal. Defensive pact. Can't do that without losing my Paragon of Devotion. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. Get an event sometimes to hire a pass for leader. Yeah. You can always hire leaders from your Pantheon for additional cost now. Yes, yes. That is part of the new update. Based on hero level. Yeah. Which I guess scales on your main hero. Or your, perhaps your average hero. It can't be main hero because my main hero is 14. It's probably half whatever your main hero is. Which feels reasonable. So it probably caps out at around 1100 Imperium. Not a small price to pay. All right, where's this guy going? Oh no! He found the shortcut into my vassal. He's digging through the underground. Uh-oh. I was worried that was going to happen. Depends on the turn count. Oh, okay. Oh, so it just goes up every so many turns. I guess that makes more sense. So we've got an army here, an army here. Not unmanageable. The Builders Guild at Zoo requests your support. On their journeys through the Empire of Zavetica, we've witnessed to the elaborate workmanship and monumental buildings in Brassgate. Materium check. Lose Imperium. Gain 1 population in my capital for 66 Imperium. I don't even want the other things. 1 free Imperium is a lot. For adjacent ruined province. When you say ruin, do you actually mean desolate province? Or do you mean that I can't have anything in that province? Which I think is maybe what you actually mean. Pick up a little mana here. These guys are all going to race up to town. I do have another hero in here. I could replace him with the Exemplar. What are your armies looking like? 9, 4, 8, 7, 1,000, 7. 7, 7, 2, 5, 15, 1. There's a part of me that's in a debate right now to say, do I split my armies into 2 and 2? Send 2 south to defend these guys, and then send 2 north to attack that way? I think it's something we need to think about. Your bonuses is from having good stability, right? Isn't it? Govern city maintains positive stability for 5 turns. Okay, so you're governing this place. I'm going to build the Paragon's quarters here. 20 stability. That ought to keep them happy. I guess I don't really have enough money to build another army. Ten and 8. 110, 10, 3. 110, 10, 3. Yeah. They do about the same damage, but I think we'll get rid of you. And then I tell you what, let's cast favorable winds on the dragon. And we can start bringing him up. What is the army I am most worried about? You're 1,000 points. You're 1,100 points and a bunch of bones. Yeah, it's not really going to be that effective, is it? Okay. Progress? Question mark? Riskier the better. Not a fan of the Twitch app interface. The mobile app? No, the mobile app is terrible. Has always been. Continues to somehow get worse as time goes on. I like that now you have to scroll through a bunch of people you don't follow to find the people that you do follow. Said nobody ever in the history of using the app. I ain't really sure they know what they're doing at this point anymore, so. Summon some more units. That would be good. I just don't have any summon spells. Soon? Well, soon we're going to be able to start making war braids. I don't know if the Calamity Dragon is a summon. Okay, they're peeling back. Oh, they're probably peeling back because this just opened up. That's 100% what's happening. All right, so they're going for Hollowed Core. We have to stop that. That is the quickest path. Interesting. I'm going to cast Favorable Winds. Wipe these guys out. Easy peasy. Fulfill a hero's major and minor ambitions. You've hit level 12. Love to see that. Melee and physical range attacks deal 50% damage until the end of the current turn. Can only be used once per battle. That's expensive. You also have a signature skill, Master of Chaos. Or Master of Shadow. I don't have enough for Master of Materium. Which... I don't know that I would necessarily want anyway. 10% critical hit. Or 10% flanking. Two random debuffs. I mean, there's a chance I pick up Exhume Undead. I actually think Master of Shadow is better for us here. I know we're really spreading out in a strange way, but... Completed a major ambition, and we captured... Mahua Steelbind. Some stuff in there that's worthwhile. All right, we have iron, we have mana, We have blossom trees. Right now, why don't we take the iron? And I reckon we're going to want to dive down underneath here to fight these armies. I think that's pretty likely. Use the Twitch app every day. It's the worst. Yeah, they're trying to make TikTok. Understand that for clips if you want to scroll through the clips. They actually did just change the desktop interface now, so the clip button is even more noticeable because they're really trying to push people to make more clips. Now, if I ever said anything interesting on stream, I would hope it would get clipped. But unfortunately, I don't, so I'm just living in a clipless world. Living with my clipless truth. All for discoverability, but man, how did they make me not want to use the app in the first place? Well, Twitch doesn't really have discoverability. Twitch is what's known as a kingmaker system. So the only people who get discovered are the people who are top in a category. And if you're not top in a category, there's pretty much no reason for you to stream on Twitch in this modern day and age. There are some exceptions to this rule, as in all things. But they've made it as complicated a process as possible. Is the distance traveled underground the same as the overworld, or is there a factor within, like the teleports in the Umbral Abyss? It depends on the size, but I think generally it's 1 for 1. I think generally it's 1 for 1. YouTube's more discoverable because they throw live streams into shorts. Come across 3 to 5 viewer streams. Yeah. I mean, YouTube has good discoverability, period. There's a reason people watch me play Age of Wonders. And I'm going to tell you, it's not because of Twitch. Like, there is a reason all of my streams are slowly just becoming, how do I stream and record better YouTube footage? And it's because there is a vastly superior support system for streaming and for creation in general over on YouTube. Okie dokie. So they've left this downside. They've left the downstairs underwears. There's a city ruin over here. I could just make a city. I think I would probably hate that, though. And we would end up just dumping a ton of money into something we can't maintain. Okay, we've got our fancy new building here. I'm going to put in a bathhouse. So we can now recruit accursed ogres, accursed blades, and accursed tricksters if we have a level 4 down. Tier 3 polearms. They cost mana to upkeep. You don't say. You don't say. Isn't that interesting? I just wanted to see them turn everything into ruins. Which I'm not sure they're working properly for. But we're going to find out. Raising cities grants 20 permanent income. Tempting, tempting. I am going to need this additional siege bonus. We might as well do it now. You want a wizard's bond? You know what? I'll give it to you. Capture teacher guard. I'll take it. I'm going to have to abort this quest. But I will go for teacher guard. And out of curiosity, I think we do have quite a few things to disenchant here. $590 is more than enough for us to get a fancy dragon claw. So I'm kind of thinking that I want to do that. We can just do less damage. We could do this. Retaliator, Lifesteal, and Taunt. Perhaps with frost damage, since he is a shadow dragon. And we'll call it Charon's Claws. And they'll be the perfect little addition for our big little boy. Currently, his claws inflict double weakened. And are tier 4. $17.15. $17.50. Okay, this will do more damage. Taunted, Lifesteal, Retaliator. It won't inflict weakened. But I think that's okay. If he heals 10 HP per attack, he weakens based on his breath attack as well, so. Sheep, thank you for the interesting clip. Found you through YouTube. Was easier to find? Yeah, most people do. Most people. Where I shyly admit I found you through your Battle Brothers series on YouTube. Love it. I love the Battle Bros. So, use an ad blocker on YouTube. Does that mean you don't get anything for my views? I mean, yes, but also I use an ad blocker on YouTube. So I'm not going to judge you. Honestly, if that's what you want to do, you have my full support. The internet is a terrible place when it comes to ads. I grew up in an era where pop-up ads meant that you instantly left that page. And advertisements in generally meant that you spent no time on a page. So I understand not wanting to see any, and I will absolutely never shame you for that. Ain't no chance in the hells that I ever shame you for using an ad blocker. More or less true. It's complicated as the YouTube model has some rewards for subscriptions, notifications, comments. Yeah, that's the thing as well. There are definitely other ways that you can support the channel, even if you're using an ad blocker. Such as thumbs up, smashing that like button, dropping a comment down below, sharing the video, watching it the whole way through. All of these things are very good. I'm of the opinion that the people who are blocking ads, it's like the same as people who are pirating software. The margin that is not worth the cost. So if you want to watch my videos, you're gonna give me more money in just exposure. By you watching it is probably going to cause other people to watch it, and so more people are probably going to hear about it, and I will then make more money because those people might be watching ads. And if they're not, maybe they're getting other people who aren't watching ads. The idea is like every view gives you 2 views. So if you're watching it with no ads, but you bring in 2 other people, and even one of those watches with ads, it's a net positive. Weirdly enough, I found you here also for Battle Brothers, all through Twitch, but it was an intentional search. Yeah, and I won't say like, it's not like I don't get nobody through Twitch. And I will say that most of the people who come in here chatting every day are generally in here through Twitch. but it varies. Warbreeds unlocked. Accursed armor, fetid legion. This would get all my frontline units 10 HP and weakening auras. This would give all my frontline units 2 defense, as well as Ghostfire and Misfortune when they get attacked. Boom, 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 boom. Both of these are good. Let's get Accursed armor. It's the new thing. I want to see the new stuff. Oh, Alduk has been released. Cool. You guys not cast Burden of Guilt on me? Bounty has been posted to capture Stoneforge. And we might not be so different after all. Oh man, how am I doing this? 1715. No, you grew in power pretty quick. I'm a little hesitant to bring everybody forward. But I also kind of think that's the only shot I got. Oh, you were really blocked. And slow. Okay. Karen comes in from behind. We're going to move everyone forward to Teacher Guard. Teacher Guard's only got 25 defense, so we should be able to take that back. Lighthaven's only actually got 80. Spelljammer Teleporter. Sunshrine. I don't know that he has a Spelljammer and a Teleporter on his capital. I think I'm going to skip Sunhold and go straight for Lighthaven, because I'm fairly certain if I do this and break the Cage of Binding, then he becomes my ally. At least I'm sure as hell hoping that's the case. Trying to say I'm some sort of active in chat. Pshaw. Found Agent through a raid from another streamer playing RimWorld at the time. See, that's the thing, is I love that most people in chat also all have come in here through a different game. Even though Age of Wonders is easily what I'm most popular for at this point, there are people from all sorts of different starting locations. I mean, heck, technically I streamed Total War for almost the first 2 years. The first year and a half of my streaming career was just Total War. But now I play all sorts of indie titles. Anything I can get my grubby little mitts on, basically. Active chat member is a common prevailing disease. Ask your doctor if lurking is right for you. Side effects may include not knowing what's been going on for the past 3 hours, sleep, and forgetting what you are doing. Remember to hydrate effectively. The Medieval Village run. Oh, I loved that run. That was a great RimWorld run. Remember when these fields were orcs as far as the eye could see? There you go. Wodine's one of my OGs. Came out of raid when you were doing the Merc game, the one with the guy who did drugs, and you fixed him and he immediately died. Jagged Alliance. Jagged Alliance 3. That was a great game. Also, wow. I felt like that was a real sleeper hit. Did not get the attention it deserved. Town Hall 4. Do I want to build you? It's probably a good idea. Period. Mentor's Pond can annex another province. There is a gold vein up here. Ooh. But also if I take this, then I get 10% on all income. Technically, no one threatens that gold vein right now. So I'm going to just do this. Look, all my territory is touching. They reached out a little hand and they were like, now kiss. And you know what would be really cool is if I expanded this right here, I could then build the expansion victory on these 3 squares and they would be super easy to defend. Or at least super easy-ish to defend. Ooh, I guess as long as one army is there, that should be fine. Defensive pact broken. And I love this. All the alliances in the world are all breaking down around me. And I'm just sitting back and watching it happen. Okay, so we're in a position to take back Teacher Guard. Sunhold is a little bit scary because of that teleporter, but honestly, I think we just slide underneath. Slip into Lighthaven. At 80, I should be able to get that down in 4 turns with Devastator Spheres and their increased siege projects. So I just got to make sure we have enough money, honey. And we'll be in a position to take that. We have another hero coming up in 1 turn, which is going to be the guy that we just got re-unlocked, who I don't think will cost us anything. And then I'm going to fill him with Accursed Trickster units that all cost mana. So he's going to have an army of Japanese Oni demons. We're on turn 90. We seem to be doing this perfect thing where all streams, all the YouTube videos go exactly 15 turns. So let's save it here. And then we get to come back for the rest of the video tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, YouTube. Come on over to Twitch sometime. Say hi.